Namaste, beautiful gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tayan Kripa, and if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, you guys. I'm meant to turn this down.
Welcome. Sorry, you guys. I'm meant to turn this
This is so I can monitor who's here. Looks like there's only one person. You guys, since this is late night, I said let's do some stuff that's some late night stuff. Okay, I was on earlier. I was helping you guys with manifestation blocks, and I like to do different. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. Who's with me? Hi, Estacia Johnson. Welcome, girl. I told everybody earlier today from my live that I was going to be on, but I didn't say what time because I really couldn't commit. I didn't know what time I was going to be able to be on here. But I am doing a 1-card pull for $11.11 and 3 cards for $25. Let me go ahead and post the link. Hey, the crowd is coming. Hello, Cancerian Empath. Welcome. I wanted to talk to you guys about something in particular. I've been wanting to talk about this and have not really had the opportune time to elaborate on Tantra, which is a healing modality in ancient Tibet. It's a Tibetan ancient healing that helps to alchemize the energies within the body. And I want to tell you guys, in case you were wondering how Janae Aiko and Big Sean got to bed, they weren't broke up for, I don't even think, a period of 3 months. It was a relatively short time. And the reason why is because your girl Janae Aiko used these Eastern healing modalities to equalize the energies within herself, which helped for her divine counterpart to also receive that healing as well through Tibetan bowls, singing bowls, and other things such as Tantra, which is what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be doing Tantra readings for you guys, tapping into the energy and really finding out what needs to be healed within you and your person. And that's what it's all about, you guys. Healing is the name of the twin flame game. If you really truly want to be successful on your journey and you really want to come into union, both within and without, you have to heal. You cannot sidestep, you cannot shortcut, you cannot jump or skip. You have to do the healing work. And that's the whole reason why I figured that I'll just go ahead and do some Tantra reading for you guys. Hi, Candy Doll Goddess. Really get up into the higher realms of consciousness and really work in 5D and above, your twin flame can materialize in front of your very face because mine has in the 3D. They can materialize right before you. It just depends on where you're at spiritually and where your person is spiritually. Okay. They can come to you in the 3D and you can feel them. Some people don't see them. It just depends on how sensitive you are spiritually. I hope that answers your question. Who else is on with us? Show your face. Say your name. Don't be hiding on here. So yeah, so I was introduced because I've been doing some really deep, extensive research within the last 3 weeks about balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within. Hello, Cindy. Welcome. And I really, truly have been serious about this because as a naturopathic doctor, I really have been, because I analyze so much, I've been really wanting to know, why do I get so close to union? Hi, Carol. Namaste. I get so close to union. And then all of the hard work that I've done, I know that it's not that way in the spiritual realm, but on the physical plane, it just seems like it just go kapooey. It disappears. It vanishes. And it's like things go awry soon as I think that I have union with him and we have conversations like, how we used to when we were together. And I love him unconditionally. I don't place any conditions on him. And I just, it's like soon as he and I get back in each other's good graces, it's like the lower energies get to him and everything just disintegrates. And I'm like, look, okay, I've been pulled off this journey because I closed it and shut it down because I got tired. And I'm like, forget this. I'm about to go get me a soulmate. I'm about to do this the easy way. And then Source and my angels were telling me, well, you can go get a soulmate, but you still got to do your work for your twin. You still got to do your work for yourself. So there's really no getting off this journey. All you're doing is taking a break, which you're more than entitled to do so, but you're slowing up your journey. I'm like, oh my God, okay. So it was my decision to break it off with my soulmate. So if I'm going to still be on this journey and I'm got my soulmate, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense. The Bible says that you can only serve one master. I didn't want to scatter my forces. What was the point of me even being with a soulmate when my mission right now is to focus on union? So I pulled out of it. And because of that, um, I had to be 100% responsible for my decision. And so, since I am being 100% responsible with the choices that I made, I've been trying to figure it all out. And then I came across this book I shared with you guys about the twin flame union. And the authors were referring to Tatriana healing. And I said, let me see what this is all about. So here we are. Let's go ahead and start with some cards. Let me go ahead and clear the space. First, wait a minute. I wanted to give you an introduction, excuse me, to the book. It's called The Tantric Dakini or Dakini. Okay, that's the cards that I'm using, but it's a beautiful introduction. I'm going to go ahead and clear the space first. And then I'm going to call in some help. And then I'll read it. And then we'll get into the reading, you guys. But for those of you that are interested in your own personal reading, the link is definitely here. Okay. As promised, you guys, I told you I was going to come back online for you. I kept my promise. So, first and foremost, I'm logging into PayPal so I can get my notifications. Okay, I'm here. All right, and then second of all, let me go ahead and call on some help. I call on air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod He Vahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. And I am spraying my Kit Karma Aspray to clear the sacred space that we're in. So I just want to forewarn you, this may get sexual. Okay, I'll try to keep it as clean as possible because Tantra does deal with sexual energy as well as mind, body, and soul. All right, so here we go. Here's the introduction. It says the ancient occult teachings of the great tantric masters of the East contain knowledge of the inner mysteries of the universe. The 65 cards comprises the Tantric Dakani Oracle are surrealistic expressions of each of these inner mysteries found in the subtle body or yoga body. Man and woman are like mirrors of the universe. Our macrocosm, the world outside. Inner and outer are in truth not separate, but interwoven, forming a fabric of existence which extends from the spiritual to the material. If we search within ourselves, we find that we are composed of the same basic principles and substances that are found in the realities of the outside world. The atom and its orbital particles, all cells, tissues, molecules, the elements, the sun, the planets, and the galaxies are like multiple reflections of one greater unity which pervades everything. We can experience this unity by coming to know our inner self, and this can be achieved through familiarity with the component parts of the self. And I felt like this was just really timely, you guys, because we were speaking about this already earlier today about being your complete and your whole self. How can you be your complete and whole self when you're separating your sexuality, your mentality, and your spirituality? They're all one. All right. And we should always feel this wholeness and this togetherness. All right. So we do have one request already for 3 cards. All right. Let me go ahead and clear some space up here. I only have so much room to work with. All right. Let's go ahead and do this for you, girl. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. Let's do it again. Because it's a very new deck. And girl, I'm going to read from the book. I literally have only had this deck for an hour. I just had my son go to the mailbox and it was there. I've been wanting to work with this deck for the last 2 months. And I finally just said, you know what, last week, let me order it. All right, so we got your first card. I'm going to leave it turned down until I get your other two. Oh, wow. We got more than two. It was like about 5. I need only 2 more cards. So if 2 come up at one time, we'll take it. Oracle, give me, I only need 2. Okay, Swan. One more. Okay. And there go your 3s. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. And I am going to read from the book because I really love this book. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got Moon Miro, center of the universe. That's deep. And that is number 43, which is your first card. Let's read that before we turn the other cards over. It's a mystery. You can't know what they are yet. All right. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get into the nit and grit of what this is. It says the moon, Miro. What this means is Mount Miro is the center of the universe. It bears the number 43, signifying the integration of the inner and the outer worlds, the microcosm and the macrocosm. According to the classification by the elements, this is a water card, normally related to the suits of cups, and in the minor arcana, the traditional tarot. So this is related to the cups card, and the divination for you is a desire to foretake worldly ambition for the spiritual path. disillusionment with worldly values and compromises, a reevaluation of one's position, possibly leading to the desire to withdraw from society. So, this actually represents your person. Mount Miro also is the symbol of rewards coming from work on oneself. That represents you. Located at the base position in the Tree of Life chart, it suggests impending physical travel. So, there will be some traveling that's coming up for you as well. At the navel, it denotes a strongly centered sense of identity coupled with a firm will and the ability to adapt without loss of integrity. In the heart, the indication is of emotional completion, and at the head location, it represents uplifted consciousness and spiritual resolution or the achievement of goals. So basically, this is saying that there is going to be an accomplishment and an achievement of your goals that you have set out. You are going to be successful. You are going to travel. Right now, emotionally, you are your whole and your complete self. That is amazing. But your partner though, your partner is basically um in disillusionment, okay? And they're pretty much focused on the values of compromise. And they're not putting themselves in a position to where they need to withdraw from society. It's like they're in society, but they're not withdrawn. And that's where they need to be. Let's get to your next card. Oh, wow. Okay, this is the hot seat. The hot seat represents in tarot the emperor. I had time to look this stuff up because in this book, that's the only drawback. It does not say what the signs are for like the major arcanas and the minor arcanas. So I had time to look up at least all the major arcanas and kind of like put a face with the name and try to get familiarized with it. But let's go ahead and see what that is all about for you. I'm going to pre warn you though, some of these cards are sexual. So, all right. So, let's see what the hot seat is all about. Hot seat. It bears the number 4, signifying the deeper, self rooted, and firm foundations and convictions. It is the even number and balance, the 4 pillars of the universe, the 4 directions. This card has some affinity with the Emperor of Tarot. Okay, well, there you go. Just a confirmation that I was right. All right, so a fine carved wooden throne, excuse me, is depicted situated in outer space, surrounded by the solar flares of the balls of fire. So, this card indicates being put on the spot, that a position of authority or responsibility has been thrust upon the questioner, and that he or she is obliged to make themselves equal to it. This is a position of great urgency, which decisions have to be made, demanding inner conviction and powers of leadership. It tells of a way through to realization and ambition, particularly those relating to authority and power. In the base center, it indicates a fortification of the raw energy of transformation, leading to fulfillment. In the spleen center, it relates to the fire of digestion. In the heart, to commitment, and through the acceptance of responsibility. Meditate on the correct channeling of energy through the higher will, transforming and blending the psyche. So, what I feel intuitively guided to let you know, Carol, is that you and your twin are basically going through a purification process, purification of the souls. Your twin is actually being called to act on the convictions of this union and to step into his power, to step into his leadership. He is in the hot seat, universally speaking. Okay. So, it's like your twin is in the universal courts right now, so they are feeling the ramifications of their actions or their inactions. Take what resonates. But this is where they're going to be called into this commitment through their higher will. All right. Let's get the last card. Scarlet Woman. This is you. The Emperor and the Empress together. You guys are coming together. You see that? That's the emperor, and that is the empress. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. I'm so glad that you did come on and get this reading. Scarlet Woman bears the number three, signifying the threefold nature of existence as creation, preservation, and dissolution. The Holy Trinity, the trine of astrology, the past, present, and future, the threefold cycle of destiny. This card has some affinity with the Empress of the Tarot. The two large eyes of the Scarlet Woman as a goddess, they stare out over the cluster of the small red flowers. Here is the divination for this. This card indicates the importance of the Shakti or female energy principle to the questioner, and her manifestation either as a mystic counterpart in the world or as the attainment of her attributes within the self. It suggests a strongly passionate nature from the sensual to the spiritual realms, either latent or expressed in the heart of the questioner. This is very much a heart card, representing the resolution of divisions between spiritual and material, indicating the wondrous creative fulfillment to be achieved through coming to terms with her archetype. She is also to be related to the base of sexual center, a location therein possibly indicating an affair or even a pregnancy. Meditate on her as a creative female principle. So, all of these cards, I want to let you know they're just like the Egyptian cards. These are activation cards because this is ancient Tibetan cards. So these are your activations. Now, this activation, I feel like for you, Carl, has more of a creative power than it does a sexual power for you right now. But it's basically a confirmation of your manifestation of your emperor to come in. And as the emperor and the empress stand together, this is letting me know that you're coming out of the turmoil or the chaos that you once have experienced with your divine counterpart. And that does conclude your reading. I didn't mean for it to be that long, but hey, Spirit just kept talking to me and telling me what to tell you. So there you have it. That is your reading. Does anything resonate with you? These cards are alchemical cards, you guys, and they're life changing. All right. They activate within you the codes that are necessary for you to transcend and transform. Right. Yes, I am, Courtney. The link is above, and if not, I'll drop it here. One card, $11.11. Three cards, like Carl just had, is $25. And I will get as deep and as extensive as I can get as Source gives me the information. I wanted to read something to you guys while I'm waiting for um, someone to sign up for a reading, if I can find it. It was one that is the Ace of Wands. And I really have never in my life found a description for the Ace of Wands like they describe it here, but oh my God. I was like, I am in love with this book. I think I'm gonna go to sleep with this book tonight. Seriously. See, I don't know if you guys heard of Edgar Casey, the Sleeping Prophet. When he wanted to read a book, he never just went and read a book. He fell asleep on a book and he was able to obtain the information and the knowledge from within. I've been trying this. I haven't got as proficient as he has, but I have been able to glean information from out of books just by sleeping next to the books in the bed with me. You guys might want to try that. It works. All right. I do have a payment. And let me go ahead and look at that because I cannot find it. Thought I was going to be able to find it. Okay, hold on. I found it. Seek and ye shall find. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much for the compliment. Love you. All right, Courtney, I got you, girl. Yes, Edgar Casey is awesome. He's the one that has helped me in sharpening my intuitive skills as well. All right, Courtney, I got you, girl. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna mark this. Let me find something to mark this with so I won't lose it. Just had my pen. Did I put it up? That's okay. I'll come back. What page is this? Okay, I know what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get your reading. I'll go ahead and shuffle the deck and we'll come back to what I was saying, okay? About three good shuffles and we should be all right, Courtney. We should be good to go for your reading. All right. Give us a good card for Courtney. Give us a good card for Courtney and her alchemizing of herself within. All right, well, hey, your card just flew up, girl. Okay. You got ally, which is the devil card. Okay. Let's see what this means. Okay, Courtney. Ally bears the number 15. The combination of the number 10 of completion with the number 5 of organization. It signifies the power of the unconscious in a blatant or erotic sense. Okay, so this is kind of sexual. The material of all intentional magical acts. This card is related to the devil in the tarot. Standing on the shores of a lake of molten lava, the figure of an ally is depicted breathing out fire from jaws filled with spike like teeth, symbolizing his power to destroy and devour. In both hands, he holds double books, revealing his dual function as a catcher of souls and their controller. His body and head have all of the marks of the lower orders of beings, ears, horns, scales, etc., which form his armor. His head is adorned with the six grotesque bestial heads. His epaulets are animal heads, and his nether regions are composed of another demonic face. His function here is a destroyer of enemies, for those can only be brought or caught who have something to hide or fear. Wow, that's deep, y'all. That's real deep. So here's your divination. The person who draws this card has been given this creature as an ally to help overcome lower order of consciousness. The ally is a form of the basic raw Kundalini fire, the serpent energy of the sexual center at the base region of the tree of life. However, this energy is here expressed in a untransformed state. So you got some stuck energy, it sounds like, in your root chakra or in your base chakra that needs to rise. So the ally card is to be understood as a psychic tool to be used when situations of negative outside influences need to be overthrown. If regressive or destructive aspects of self need to be caught or burned up, the drawing of this card will indicate that help is on the way. One should never be afraid of the ally, or else he will gain ascendancy. The ally is one of the guardians of the inner mandala, the mystic body as a circle of protection, and should be meditated on such and befriended. The location of this card in the Tree of Life reading indicates the nature of the ally's influence at the base. It indicates the raw unconscious in the heart and the need to overcome fear. So the reason why you and your partner are not together and the reason why there is some separation between the two of you is because there's a lot of fear-based thinking on both sides. Not just your side, but your partner side too. And you guys are mirroring one another. And both of you need to come together really, truthfully, and honestly so both of your kundalini can rise because it's stuck. All right. And this is a part of your ascension. And that does conclude your reading for your one card. Cora, I got you next. Let me go ahead and shuffle the deck and clear the energy for you. For those of you that have just joined me, I am doing a one card pull or a three card pull with the tantric reading cards. And just know that as I am doing these readings for you, that these things are being transformed in you. Okay? All right, Cora, here we go. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem, Courtney. All right, Cora. Source energy, what is Cora's card? You just had a couple cards that just stuck. There we go. Okay. Your card is temptation. Okay. All right. Temptation bears the number 57, signifying the path of occult choice. According to the classification by elements, this is an earth card, normally related to the suit of pentacles in the minor arcana of traditional tarot. A snake representing the tempter or the tempted pokes ahead with an extended tongue between two apples, symbolizing the earthly temptation of the divine apple of cosmic knowledge. A situation is shown where a choice has to be made between two things here, depicted as identical images, mirrored aspects of each other. This is you and your twin, okay? As it is that what is below is as that which is above. At the same time, here, the snake represents the Kundalini, the sexual energy, having to choose ascent to the head or descent to the base. So, invoking divine wisdom or earthly power. Okay. So, your divination here is a tempting offer, yet a decision has to be made which should be based on the highest motivations. A situation where one has to have the chance to gain much if the correct standpoint is maintained. When located in the base center of the tree of life, the card tells of sexual temptation and a past decision in relation to the world. At the spleen, it suggests an energy blockage, something needing further resolution. In the navel, it is the psychological turning point, yet requiring an immediate decision, while at the heart, it shows a lack of commitment and decision related to the four influences that are bearing on it. In the throat, the card relates to the fantasy of the realm of the imagination, possibly telling an initiation to come. And in the head position, it is an indication that a decision has to be made, and that if consideration is taken of the transcendental nature of all phenomenal things, then there will be a positive outcome. Otherwise, an imminent threat may come to pass. Meditate on this card as a doorway through to the occult realms, yet needing right action in order to progress without falling on the way. This is deep. This is really, really, truly, truly deep. So, what we need to find out is where you fall so this could be made more clear to you. So, I'm looking at the chart now. Come to it again. Okay, so you got the path of occult choice, a tempting offer, and a decision that needs to be made. And then this is the doorway into the occult. So this is your spiritual initiation, goddess, into the spiritual realms. And this is the reason why this card showed up. is because you're being given a choice. You're given a choice to continue to stay where you are or to continue to progress spiritually and go deeper and attain hidden knowledge. Your twin is also mirroring you and they're being given the same choice. They can be either tempted by the world or they can be tempted to rise and ascend instead of descending. Because when they go into the world, that means that they're going to be acting on their lower chakras. But if they choose to go into the initiation like you, then they're going to ascend, which is the upper chakra, starting with the heart. All right. So that does come to the conclusion of your beautiful reading. Is there anyone else? If not, I'll go ahead and go into the reading of the Ace of Wands, which I think is so beautiful. And I wanted to share it with you guys. You're certainly welcome, Courtney. Court, I hope that resonate with you, beautiful. All right, so here we go. I thought this was so deep and so profound, you guys. I wanted to share this with you. Shiva, the pillar of fire, bears the number 32, signifying the astral light coming from the fulfillment of spiritual ideals. This numerological concept is related to the psychic center chakra of the head region, which has traditionally 32 downward emanating rays, and to the final 32nd path of the Malkuth in the Kabbalistic system, according to the classification by elements. This is the first of the fire cards, normally related to the suit of the wands and the minor arcanas in the traditional tarot. From behind the crest of the falling wave, conceived of washing through all dualities, there rises an enormous pillar of fire. The central flame is wrapped in the fire from the surface of the sun, the divine fire of Lord Shiva. All right, so this card represents a moment of illumination, of revelation, and understanding of the miraculous nature of all things in their essence. It is a vision of the end of the world, the consuming pillar of fire, a cosmic phallus without beginning or end, the impregnator of the world to come. It indicates a positive turning point in the life of the questioner, a highly charged moment defined by the place of this card in the Tree of Life chart. At the base center, it shows a potent sexual charge, awakening and sending the Kundalini energy upward, so illuminating that the subtle body at the spleen center in the indication of the healthy digestion assisting the questioner, and in the navel center is shown as a potent psychological breakthrough, and in the heart region, a great personal force, both attractive and transforming. You guys, isn't that so beautiful? I thought that was the most beautiful description, depiction, definition of the Ace of Wands I have ever seen in my whole tarot reading. Okay? It's deeper than deep, you guys. I love this. Hi, Linda. Welcome back. Anybody interested that just joined in a one card pull or a three card pull? If so, the link is there. Let's go ahead and pull one for the collective. I'm going to only pull one, you guys, because these readings are very descriptive and long. Let me go ahead and shuffle this deck. And we'll get one for the collective just for GP, okay? Source, give us a card for the collective. Things that we need to focus on, that needs to be healed, and give us the activation that is needed through these cards. Okay, that's 3. Here we go for the collective, you guys. All right, we got our card. Amusement. Okay, if I look at this card, it looked like an orgy, if you ask me. I'm just saying. Look at this card. Tell me I'm lying. My mind is not in the gutter. This card has a whole lot of naked people on here. Let's see what this amusement card is entailed. What does it have to say to us as a collective? All right. Exactly. That is what you see. I totally agree, Linda. My eyes are not playing no tricks on me. I see it very clearly. All right, so amusement bears the number 38, signifying the female power principle, Shakti, channeled along an occult path of fulfillment. According to the classifications by elements, this is a fire card normally related to the suit of wands and the minor arcana and a traditional tarot. In a red hot center of volcanic fire, symbolizing awakened and expressed passion and attraction. See, you guys, I was right. I can't make this stuff up. I be knowing. The force of the active female Shakti principle is represented by a white Dakani, an embodiment of the female wisdom energy, pictured as a sensuous, alluring woman accompanied by six attendants. Yeah, they attending all right. Okay. One woman and six attendants. Hmm. So they are all adorned with the symbolic ornaments of initiation, revealing that tantric union within the occult circle is known as the initiation into the mandala of the self. This is what I spoke to you guys about when I first opened up. Here, the female power principle is shown awakened within woman, who is worshipped as the goddess of all creation. The consummation of the union is symbolized by the flower of bliss rising from the sexual area of the woman. Wine is offered as part of the left hand tantric ritual, suggesting that the spiritual path may be likened to intoxication with the divine. The whole card represents the appreciation and the enjoyment of the female principle, a potent mystical experience leading to fulfillment. The goddess as the muse of Tantra. All right, you guys, let's get into the divination meaning of this, okay? The promise of pleasure and fulfillment, the real integration of sensual and spiritual aspects of nature. When this card is located at the base center, the suggestion is of the questioner moving upward through the ground of sexuality. At the spleen center, it indicates letting go of rigid ideals concerning lifestyle, while at the navel center, the psychological indication is of transformation through the tantric rituals of the conscious blending of the senses. At the heart, the card tells of a deep love and respect for the mystic aspects of the female principle, with the indication of fruitful and fulfilling love affair. At the throat, the realm of the sexual fantasy is invoked by the card, particularly in the environment. So the head location indicates the mystic initiation through spontaneity. So you guys, this is about exploring yourself sexually as females. That's just the whole synopsis of what this is. This is about exploring your sexuality, being sensual. Doesn't mean that you have to break your celibacy. I explore my sexuality without breaking my celibacy through the way that I dress. It's very sensual. Sometimes I dress sexual. This is all about alchemizing the goddess energy within. So within, so without. I'm just saying, you guys. And then it's about our spiritual rites of passage through, if we want to do tantric rituals, we can. If we want to do tantric healings, we can. I do tantric healings. I listen to the Tibetan tantric bowls before I go to sleep. And when I wake up, I feel so good. I feel like I had about 20 orgasms when I was asleep. Not that I literally had any orgasms. I'm just saying, when I wake up, I just feel so refined. Like I have no sexual urges. And that's what has been helping me, to be quite honest, to remain celibate and not call my soulmate. So, anyway, that is what I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna conclude with this, you guys. If no one is gonna purchase another reading, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I've been working all day. I was on with you guys earlier, which I truly enjoyed, and I also enjoyed this moment. I like to do things that are different. I like to switch it up. And I also like to help you guys heal on a soul level because that is what is going to truly help you. Okay. Readers can give readings all day long, but if you're not helping the problem, and when you're not part of the solution, then it puts you automatically in that category, right? And I want to be different. I want to, step fully into my mission as a healer and to help you heal sexually, mentally, physically, and intellectually, and even emotionally. All right, you guys, I love you. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Have a good night. Thank you for those of you that have joined us and have held love and light for us and stood in. I appreciate you. Yes, I am. Thank you so much, Linda. I love you. Thank you so, so much. You are so good to me. I love when you guys love and dote on me because I love loving and doting back on you. I really do. I wish that I can give you more of my time, but unfortunately, my senses are going down, down. So that means it's time for me to listen to my body and respect my body and to go ahead and return to my own personal sanctum and start healing and rejuvenating through the night. All right. Namaste, everyone. Bye.